Hello everyone and welcome to the kitchen today. I'm Judith Garten with Biblical Prepping and this is the Prepper Portions. Today I am going to be reviewing another great product that was on our wish list for our Pampered Chef gathering back last fall. This one is called the Crinkle Cutter. And this is from my dear friend Dory. I've seen this tool over the years. I've known a lot of people who have used it and loved it. They have a great appreciation for it, but I have never personally owned one until now. And Dory kept telling me, you're going to love it. It took me a while to get to the point where I actually used it. It was in the house for a little over a month. But we have been into really enjoying and eating roasted sliced carrots with different spices and herbs and things on them. And I was always cutting these up with a knife, and I found out this is better. Now I added this to our anniversary wish list because I thought it would be kind of neat to give it a try since we've been eating so many roasted vegetables, and because I love to make pickles. So we were able to make some really neat looking pickles and things for the fall as well. I get tired of having to cut the carrots, any turnips, potatoes, and other vegetables into the bite-sized pieces sometimes, and I have an issue with knives. You may have heard me mention it before. I have, my husband calls me a little dangerous with sharp knives in the kitchen because I have cut almost every finger on my hand. I'm not sure why. I don't know exactly what my issue is with knives. Even if I keep my fingers away, somehow I end up poking or cutting myself. So, the last time I cut my finger, I've said it in another video, I cut pretty deep into the tip of my index finger on my left hand. It's still acting wonky. It's got a weird sensation inside of it still. And that was quite a long time ago. In fact, it was before I even ordered this. So we're gonna tell you as we go along how important this has been to me in my kitchen. I am very grateful that we have it added, and I thank Dory very much. Now, carrot slices. Since it is one of our big things, and we love to have the carrot slices, I'm going to show you really quickly how easily this works. Alright, now the Crinkle Cutter comes with a sheath that goes over the blade. Let me hold it over here so you can see a little better. This is important because the Crinkle Cutter is sharp. This is the Crinkle Cutter and how it looks. There we go, how it looks when you take it out. Alright. I have learned that, and I forgot to bring one to the camera, be right back. I have learned that when it comes to softer foods, like the cucumber, I can hold that with a fork and keep my fingers even further away. For some reason, I'm not good at doing that with a knife. So what we're going to do today, we're going to show you with the carrot. Now, one thing I learned about the carrot slices is awesome, and it does the same with the potato slices or turnip slices if you're making roasted turnip slices. The flat-sided vegetables took longer to cook and often had burnt spots than any of the vegetables we cut with our Crinkle Cutter. The vegetables that we cut with our Crinkle Cutter were amazing. They cooked shorter, sometimes as much as 10 minutes less time cooking in the oven. And they also were cooked more evenly throughout, the little pieces and the big pieces, and I have a tendency to not burn as many. Go figure. So here's how simple it is. You just take your carrot, place it on your cutting board, and the rocker edge, if you look here, this rocker edge is absolutely wonderful. It just rolls back and forth, and it's so simple to just cut nice even slices of your carrot, just like so. And if you'll look, these are just so easy. And then you can toss them onto your baking sheet, sprinkle on your spices if you want spices. I like to toss these in a little bit of olive oil. Gives them that nice outside edge when you cook it. Look at that. See how wonderful they are? And it is so simple to do. Just let me finish this up. We'll be using these later on today to go with dinner. And I love the fact that I can get a nice even angle as well on the carrots. They have a nice even angled look to them. It is so nice. Wonderful. Yes, Dory was right. I love the crinkle cutter. But what about my cucumber? Same principle. These look really neat when you're doing them in the, move the carrots over a little bit so you can see more of the cucumber. These look really neat in the pickle jar when you just slice through. Now these I'm not going to do at an angle. I'm going to do just nice and neat little pickle slices. And they have that crinkly look to them, which is really neat. The other thing is the vegetables that you do with the crinkle cutter really have a unique look when you are putting together a charcuterie board. Or if you're doing just a simple vegetable platter for dinner for the kids and your family, your husband. And here's where the fork comes in handy. Remember I said I can use the fork. For some reason I have trouble doing this with the knife, but the rocker edge on this just works wonderful with that fork, and it's all done. And now I have these lovely cucumbers, again evenly sliced, nice crinkle. Well, that one's not even, but nice crinkly look to them. Let me hold it up a little bit closer for the camera to see. Look at how nice they are. I love my crinkle cutter. Dory was right. Trying to think if there was anything that I missed. I will say it is sharp. When it comes to listing pros and cons, it is very sharp. It is not something that you want to make sure you don't leave it up in a dish rack. Put it down. If you're putting it through the dishwasher, or if you're putting it through your hand washing, which we hand wash our dishes, make sure you put it down because it is sharp. Is this a tool that a child could use in the kitchen? That is up to you, but I do believe that with adult supervision, this could be a tool that could the kids could help with, as long as you make sure that you're keeping an eye on them. I think that this is an absolutely awesome tool to help teach them. It could even be the first knife that they use in the kitchen when they're helping you. So make sure you know your child better than anyone, so you can do that. Now the other things I have used this for, I have chopped herbs. This was great on dillweed, garlic, cilantro, lemon balm, oregano, mint, rosemary, chives, even lavender has been chopped with this lovely thing. So it is really getting the use in the kitchen. And like I said, the rocking motion is the most fantastic part. It just goes like this back and forth in your pile of herbs. You repile those up and you chop more till you reach the fine chopping that you'd like for that herb to go into your dish. It's wonderful. Now, the Pampered Chef site also mentions that you can use it to cut cheeses. They do look really neat with that, and that again would look really cool on your charcuterie board. The details on the tool, it has a very, very comfortable ergonomic handle. I love the ergonomic handle. It is great, and it's ambidextrous. One of the things that a lot of people who are left-handed complain about is that they cannot always find tools to work in the kitchen. Scissors and things like that can be complicated. This is ambidextrous. It doesn't matter. You can use it back and forth, and it is great for everyone. And again, the handle is nice and big and comfortable in your hand. I've used it. My husband has held onto it a couple times and said that it fits perfectly in his hand. And as I said, I think the only thing I can think of that is a con for me is that it is sharp. So remember to be careful. Like any typical knife, I treat this like a knife. When it is done drip drying in our dish rack, I put the sheath back on and it goes in the drawer that way. So that is it. I think that's all. I really love it. And I intend to keep using it throughout the spring and summer. Definitely a love, love, love on this tool. Thank you, Dory, and thank you, Pampered Chef. Thank you, Kathy, my consultant. If you do need a consultant, if you don't have one, it is wonderful now. They do the parties online. You don't have to have a big gathering in your home. You can do it online. Take the book to work. Your husband can take it to work. Contact family, friends. We held ours on Facebook and with my family and friends, and it was wonderful. Kathy was great. She put together a special group for me, and it worked out perfectly. So her contact information will be below in the description if you need to get a hold of her. And I thank you, and remember to subscribe and turn on notifications so that you can get the next notification for the next video as it's uploaded. I will be uploading as many as I can going forward. I'm really enjoying doing the different things. So blessings and shalom.